So just a bit of a quick intro. Welcome back to the Dragracing YouTube channel. We're in the van on the way down Santa Pod Raceway for Street Weekend 2025. So in true drag and drive fashion, somebody's already having problems at the track. It's Thursday evening, so not even started on track yet. I don't know who they are, but somebody's limped the car to pod with a broken shifter cable. So I don't even know what car it is. We're on the way down now, down the M1. Joe Baxter's been in the group. He's got the black Fox body Mustang that runs in Street Eliminator. He has one at his house, so we're going to call in and pick that up on the way to Santa Pod. Good old drag and drive. Alright, so shifter cable acquired from Mr. Joe Baxter, so let's get down the road to Santa Pod. About 20 minutes away now, so let's get to the track. Alright, so first off, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to give it a like, share, subscribe, all that other box. And if you're new to drag and drive, basically what this event consists of is racing over 3 days, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, over 2 different tracks, Santa Pod and Melbourne Raceway. All the cars that compete in have to race today at Santa Pod, post the best time, and then they have to load the cars up and drive the car itself up to Melbourne. So everything you see competing has to complete the drive as well. There's a route that you have to take as well. There's checkpoints along the way. You have to stop and get a photo of your car to prove you've done the route. So to prove you've done the route on the day and you haven't done it a week before, they normally give you an item to take with you. So the first year it was a pineapple. Last year it was a inflatable palm tree. And this year I've seen a lot of people walking around with traffic cones. So I'm guessing that's the item for this year.
Hello, so are you still in the Corvette? Yeah. Does it have a turbo?
No.
H-pattern gearbox?
Are you alright?
No. It's not diesel, not front wheel drive, not a wagon, but it is American.
Yeah, it is American.
So make sure you run the US Automotive sticker just for that award, which you can grab from just outside the door on your way out.
Right, okay.
And that, move along to these guys. Thank you.
Hello.
The item of the weekend.
Morning. Driver name, please.
2 stickers and some instructions.
Brilliant. Thank you. Cheers.
Alright, so if you haven't seen last year's 2024 Street Weekend video, I'll put a link somewhere. So me and Alan Davis, you might recognise Alan, we race in ET bracket bike together. He's got the street legal EFE, so competing again with Alan in the C7 Corvette. So it's a pretty cool car, it's dead stock, but should hopefully complete the drive fairly easily. And he went a best of 12.2 I think it was last year. It was an 8. I think it was an 8.8 at Melbourne, so it wasn't great at Melbourne. We only did 1 run, and that was his first ever run in a car. I think the plan is to do probably a couple of passes a day if we can, and then get on the road up to the checkpoints and up to the next track. So hopefully it'd be nice if it run a bit quicker as well, but if not, low 12s, we're pretty happy.
Bloody dog to walk.
So he said, I'm going to drive the car down so I don't have to walk, and then if we got his helmet, so he had to walk all the way back and get his helmet and jacket. top of the pairing lanes. First pass out for Alan. So we're hoping for a low 12. So we're at 12.2 last year, that was the best. But bear in mind, he hasn't raced the car since. He's only done 3 passes in it, and that was last year's event. So planning on doing 2 runs anyway. So a bit of a softer one to start with and get back into it. .25, 117. So it was a pretty good first pass, to be fair. So last year he went at 12.2 something. I don't know what the last number was. First pass out then he's just gone 12.25. So I think he'll be pretty happy with that. The plan was to do another run, but we'll go and find him and see if that's still the plan, because it was a pretty good pass, that. Right, so we just had a look and it was a 12.22 was his best from last year, so 300ths away, not bad, but he is back in the queue for a second run. So queue's a bit longer now, so that's the pod shop, and we're queuing pretty much up to the barn now, to be fair, so pretty much where we were last year, but we've got one in already and it's a good pass as well, so we're in a good place. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, so I think we'll do this one and then we'll get on the road to the first checkpoint. Right, so as you may have seen a few weeks ago at the main event, Graham Smith, the black 57 Street Eliminator car, had quite a bad fire at the main event. So it was a top end fuel and nitrous fire. There's a lot of damage to the car. So they're actually well underway with repairing it and putting it back together. Graham was ending for the street weekend, so he's actually managed to borrow, I think borrow, his old car back. The Snow White 57 over there. So it's awesome that he's made it, and we'll watch it, I presume, his first run. If not, we're pretty happy with that, to be fair. It's going to be against Neil Bolton. a burnout. And he red lit. Right, we've got first ticket, 12.25. Go and hand that into the media centre.
Right. Have fun, sure you will.
Get that right.
Submission.
81.
Thank you.
Alan Davis.
0.2531.
Well, there we go, that's time and ticket submitted. 12.25 from that first run. We now have a number on the board. So we're going to get back, get packed up and get on the road up to first checkpoint. So let's get on the road. Right, so leaving Santa Pod first track, we've done 2 runs and we submitted the first one to 12.25. The best from last year was a 12.22, so we weren't too disappointed with that, but it's red up. See what's on the way. Yeah, they must have come a much better way than us, because we overtook them like an hour ago.
And they weren't going fast either.
No, they weren't. They were doing like 55. Yeah, that's right. Cheers, buddy. Made it to the first checkpoint. Someone's put a BMW in a glass box.
I don't know what we did. We went wrong somewhere.
Oh, did you carry on up the M1?
No, well, we went up the M40. Yeah, we're on the M45.
Oh, the M40, sorry.
Did you go up the M45?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, we went Daventry South.
Oh, did you do that way? You see,
Yeah.
we should have gone that way because, like, that's a better way. Isn't it? Stop the bottom.
I'm sure you left well before us.
Hey, we didn't like leaving once, we had to leave twice.
Yeah.
Got us tickets, didn't we? Got to main gate, and it's like, got your tickets? Like, oh, no, they're in van, pal. Best be going back then.
Yeah. Checkpoint 1, cafe in the machine done. On the way to Hassett Garden Cafe or something. 2 hours 26 minutes.
Take a few of these.
Yeah, cheers. Hello.
This is the only reason we came, was just to get in the vlog.
Just to see you.
Good morning. No, I'm joking. Right, cool. Checkpoint 2 of the day done. So yeah, Hassett Garden Cafe something. So now on to Melbourne Raceway, and that's the final destination of today. So there's quite a few cars here. Quite a few of the bonnets up as well. A little bit of fun in that. Cheers.
Right, brilliant, thank you.
I told you we'd beat you here. That's not our problem, is it? Right, just arrived at Melbourne Raceway, final destination of the day. So we're running here tomorrow on the 8th mile no prep track. Quite a different setup to Santa Pod. So we've just rolled in. Joe and Jude just rolled in as well in their GR Toyota Yaris. So see what happens later on. We're gonna get a tent set up, probably have a beer. That sounds pretty good. And yeah, cool. Right, cool. We're at Melbourne. Tent to set up. My little one there. Alan's is there. He's just doing his airbed. And then fancy boy Joe Elliott turns up with his blow up electric pump and all that bollocks. Taller than me, and he's a midget. Alright, so good morning, welcome to day 2 of Street Weekends. This is now Saturday and we're up at Melbourne Raceway. So they've not started running yet. It's just before 9 o'clock. Pairing lanes are full. I think there's a drivers meeting at 9, and then I'm going to get on to racing about 30:30. So, see what happens in this drivers meeting. They said you've got to do at least 2 runs here today. So we were probably going to do more than one anyway, because we only did one last year. I think it was like an 8.8 we went last year. It wasn't anything amazing. We'll get the first one out of the way and then see what we can do for the second one, I think.
Did you have a good day yesterday?
We're going to be running in pairs, obviously, 2 runs, and when you finish you turn off at the right. So you can go to the very end, you can probably just see where the water fill barriers on the left finish. There's some arrows, that takes you to the right.
Right, so he's in the lane, he's a couple of cars away from running now, so just going around to the grandstands. Apparently not allowed to film on the start line, so have a bit of a watch from around here.
Ford V8 with a Paxton supercharger. That's through a cold air intercooler 5-speed box. With the roof. Safely through to an 8.09 at 86 miles an hour to a 10.45 at 68 in the Excite lane. We'll run their Starsky and Hutch Gran Torino, but ran out of time. Some of our drivers here, but that Yaris was very quick indeed. 7.94 with a 9 at 95 miles an hour on 2 wheels with funny bikes, comp bikes, and also at the top, 9.51 at 80 miles an hour to a 9.12 at 76 there for the Toyota Hilux.
Right, it's the first run at Melbourne. It looked like it lit the tyres up straight away. Went a bit sideways even. It was a 9.51, 80 mile an hour, 2.5, 60 foot. So definitely can have another one after that. So he's turned the traction control off to do a burnout. It's the first burnout he's done really, and I forgot to turn it back on, so that'll explain the bit of a sideways moment. So in the queue again, we literally can't get any further at the back of the queue though, so might be a little bit before we get second running.
0. Left down line.
Alright, so the second run for Alan was a load bear, so he's gone an 8.49, 92 mile an hour, so it's still span, still a 2.360 foot, but it was a load bear. That was better.
What was it?
8.49.
Oh, right, in the 8.
92 mile an hour.
Oh, that's all right.
It was an 8.89 last year, because I've just had a look.
8.89?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way quicker than it?
Yeah. Still span, didn't it? But
Yeah, but it was a bit more controllable, sort of like. So you just feather the throttle to start with, and then
yeah, just let it get
yeah,
some
and then
grip.
once it's got some grip, it's sort of all right. So, but yeah, that's too bad then, is it? So
No, it's not
it's a
terrible.
fucking long walk all the way down here for you, isn't it?
Tell me about it. I've never been down here before. I kept thinking I'm going to get down here and I've missed you and you'll be all the way down there again as well. Right, that's our 2 runs done. He is back in the lanes for a third, so that was an 8.49 on the second one, so a lot happy with that. We went an 8.80 something last year, so it's picked up quite a bit. Picked up a few mile an hour as well. It was still a bit of a shit 60, it was a 2.3, but it only did a 2 flat at pod as well, so quickest 8th at the pod was an 8.0 as well, so we're not expecting it to run a 7, but if we can get, I don't know, a 10th or so off, that'd be pretty nice. But behind us it is looking a bit dodgy with the clouds, so we'll see if we can get another one, which is still pretty far from the start line. But at least now we've got both our runs done, so if it does rain we can just pack up and go. We've got them both done. So that's the pit setup for last night. This is my little red, and Alan's is looking a bit sorry for itself. It's a lot fancier than my one last year. Remember last year's video, I bought a second-hand one and there was bits missing, so I had to make do with carrier bags and tape and all sorts. This one's at least all complete and it was alright. It did rain in the night as well and we were alright, so that's cool. I'm just going to get this torn down, and if it does rain we can just get in the car and leave. Right, there's only a couple of cars away now from the third run. Probably, well, it is going to be the last run because we're going to get on the road after this. So I've got both of his previous tickets in my pocket, 9.51 and an 8.49. So unless he goes quicker than a 49, that's the one that we're going to hand in. It'd be really nice if we can get a 10th or so off it, but he's not going to get masses off it, if anything, I don't think. So let's see what happens, get a bit of a different view from this side this time.
Shotgun winners this weekend. Wales running. Also looking for a 7.4. Currently our 23rd quickest. With an 8 at 108 miles an hour and an 8.35 at 92.
Cool, so we did actually manage to go quick. That was an 8.35, so we did manage to pick up. So that's the ticket we're going to be handing in, and I'd say we're pretty happy with that, to be fair. 81 please. Yeah, so 8.35, 92.9, that's going to be handed in. Cheers. See you later.
As soon as I've crossed the right, it went to one I do now.
There we go. So that's track action of day 2 street weekend done. So now we're going to go load the car up, get on the road, back to Santa Pod.
Was it? Yeah, well I thought it's yeah, I used my other foot as well on the brake, yeah, to bring the revs up, but then like I sort of like I've got the revs up and it pulled it along. It's like pulling it through. I thought I'd left it like
See you later.
See you, Scott!
Race you there. See you later. See you in a bit. Cheers, we'll try.
temperature outside, is it?
Right, so done at Melbourne, hitting the road. Submitted that final ticket of an 8:35, which is a bit quicker than last year as well by some margin. It's on to first checkpoint of the day, which is Lincolnshire Aviation Heritage System, whatever it is. So let's get on the road.
Bridge.
I guess that's checkpoint 1 of the day, third one of the event. That's the East Kirkby Air Museum. So just got the picture. Alan's gonna go park up. We're gonna have a bit of a wander around. Never been here before, but it looks pretty cool. So it's free to look at any of the exhibits today as well for street weekend lots, so that's pretty cool. Got a bit of a cafe and some cars and stuff to look at, so I'll go and check it out. go, that's first checkpoint and the second day done. So the East Kirkby Heritage Museum, whatever they call that, I'm not sure. So I think we're going to get on the road, get to the last checkpoint of the event. It's Beaver Castle, and I think Alan's wife Claire and son Louis are going to meet us there. So that'll be pretty cool, not seen either of them for a while. So let's get on the road and get to checkpoint 2.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, it's Alan Davis. It's a Corvette C7. It's the second year we've done it.
Alan will be all professional getting interviewed. That's exactly what the example photo was. So, right, final checkpoint of Street Weekend 2025 ticked off. So that's the castle there somewhere. So now I'm back on the road to Santa Pod. We're about an hour and 20 minutes away. There we go, back at Santa Pod. we are, that's us back at Santa Pod. So we have now completed the, I suppose, the road section of Street Weekend, so we've got to do at least one pass tomorrow, say that we've completed the event. So a few cars back, not loads to be fair. Craig's back and Sean, Nigel Hale in the big pickup. Seen a few other cars that are around. The Sapphire's just rolled in behind us, so I think there's still quite a few, and I think there'll be a few latecomers as well, because they've been at first and second checkpoint still. So we'll see what happens later. Right, so it's quite late on now, Saturday night, it's 1:45. I'd imagine most of the competitors are now back. I've seen some getting recovered in, unfortunately, as well. I've seen Michael Castle, who was second, he drove back in. I haven't seen Rob Carter in the Passat, who's currently leading it, but he is pitted a bit further down than us, so may have just not seen him come in. And I think he has been travelling pretty late at night anyway. Just gonna have one last walk around before bed, see if anything interesting's going on, and if not, it'll be see you in the morning for the final day of Street Weekend. So final day back at Santa Pod. We've got to make at least one run, we can hand the ticket in, and then we are officially done. There is another C7 Corvette which is competing, and I think there's only a tenth or so between us and them, so maybe a bit of a personal battle for us, see if we can beat them. We did go quicker than Santa Pod on Friday, but they went a bit quicker at Melbourne, so it is quite tight. I think it should be a bit of a nice personal goal, see if we can beat the other C7 in competitions. Right, so we have just seen Rob Carter's car, it is in his pit. So it looks like they have made it for the last day at Santa Pod, providing obviously they've had no trouble on the way. So we've also seen that Graham Smith, he's made it back in Snow White, the white 57 Chevy. So obviously he had the fire at main event in his black 57 Chevy a few weeks ago. So Snow White is his old car, which he's borrowed back for this event. So I think everyone's pretty happy for him that he's made it back to Santa Pod to hopefully finish the event tomorrow. So on that note, we'll see you in the morning. Right, good morning and welcome back. So now it's day 3 of Street Weekend 2025, the final day today. So everyone has made it back to Pod, has completed the road section of Street Weekend, so we just have to do one more run, submit one more time ticket to say that they have completed the event. So it's just gone 9 o'clock, a load of people are switching over from street tyres to slicks, and we're going to get in the lanes and wait for the track to open.
I've not just dribbled it on the floor, mate. I mean, yeah, I think struggle is naturally going to bring the rev down.
PSI in the rear tyres now.
Going on to Melbourne at about 2 o'clock in the morning, doing the checkpoints. Then you would have had to go on Burnie to then do the checkpoints.
That's the first pair of cars rolling around onto the track on Sunday. 12.25 is the best from this event. 12.22 is the best for Alan in the Corvette. So I'd really like to improve on that if we can. We probably are going to do a couple of runs anyway, so we'll get this first one done and see what we're at. 12.1 at 118 mile an hour, so that is definitely a PB.
A bit off the line, I think then.
Huh?
Spun a bit off the line. Ooh, 12.10. That's better.
I was going to say, I
what
did
was the
spin.
60 foot then?
2.0.
Yeah, you see, because the 60 foot's not better, is it? So we've only got to improve that, and then.
When I saw that, I thought, ooh, that looks like. I nearly missed it. I thought you were a few cars back.
All right.
Right, so with that 12.1 on the first pass, that was a PB. So it was the 12.22 before that, so quite a bit quicker. Pretty happy with it, but now it's getting a bit close to that 11-second bracket. So back in the lanes. I've got the ticket in my pocket, so I can submit that if we need, and we can say we've completed. But we're gonna have a bit of a play. See if we can get anything a little bit quicker. At 115 mile an hour. Alright, so that's the third run out of the way, so I don't really know what happened there. It looked like the best launch. It was the best 60 foot by 2/10, but by half track it had slowed down. It lost 3 mile an hour from this morning, and it was a 12.18 at 115 mile an hour. The best PB on the 12 one earlier, it was a 2.05 60 foot. On that one then, it was a 1.85. So go back, see what he says. That may be it for the event, or he may try again. We'll just see what happens.
Morning. Finished?
Yeah.
Super.
Going faster.
Job done?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Thank you very much.
And there we go. With that, we've handed in the ticket. We are officially completed Street Weekend 2025, number 3 in the books. Ended it with a PB today as well, so that's awesome. We went a 12.1 at 118, I think it was. So well happy with that. I think we're probably still around 60th in the standings, which is a bit lower than last year, but a PB at both tracks, so we're happy. So we'll see what happens when the official standings come out. So we don't know if any of them in front of us are broke or anything like that. So Alan's just left, he's on his way home. We're just gonna have a bit of a wander around, see what's going on before we head off as well.
From this morning, our champion and the weekend